What's up, my gnomies? Episode 41 of Dour Gnome Adventures is here with Dimitri.
Yes, that's me.
Brian.
Hello.
Matt.
I am proud that I still have not murdered Dimitri.
Mark.
I'm proud that you haven't murdered Dimitri.
I'm also proud that you haven't murdered Dimitri. And I'm your GM, Ryan.
You guys are
I don't know.
support. You guys are
I'm kind of ambivalent about this whole murder Dimitri thing. Let's just
Say
see how
that
it plays
now.
out. Yes, let's see how it plays out.
We reset hero points, and who's got recap for me? We just going to default to the bard, or somebody else want to get that second hero point?
We did not battle the boggards this time.
There's still time.
It's true.
So,
there is still
Does
time.
anybody want to do the recap, or is it me again?
No,
I vote for Bob.
Okay. I have been outvoted. All right. So last time we went back to town, got the Fiend Slaying rune transferred onto the +1 greatsword, which is now in Borm's possession. Then we went all the way back down to the lair with the caverns and the broken bridge. We followed the last path we hadn't explored to the east and happened upon a bunch of buggards. And it seemed that we were going to go into combat, but we had taken purely defensive actions, and then Cinderspark, who tumbled through the lead boggart, laid down the dog slicer and attempted diplomacy.
I'm shocked.
And it turned out that really shouldn't have taken that thing off of the boss guy upstairs.
Nonsense.
Well, okay, yes. But apparently, if we had befriended the guys upstairs, they would have made us friendship amulets. They didn't just carry friendship amulets with them to drop us loot. What is this? Anyway, somehow, Cinderspark managed to convince them that we weren't hostile, and they decided to take us to their leader because that went so well last time. So we are
roll like trash this time.
Well, I did. Well, I mean, technically, the first time I rolled well when we were talking with the underlings. It was only when we were talking with the leader that I rolled like trash or trash enough. So there's still time for me to roll like trash, is my point.
Could we not curse it, please?
All right, I'm describing, just how it generally goes.
Speak trash into the universe, and you shall receive trash.
Speak trash and enter?
I mean, that works
What's
too.
the Elvish word for trash?
No, that's the boggart word for friend. Trash.
Bob?
Yes, Bob is the boggart word for trash. Anyway, we're in one of the caverns, and we're being led somewhere, and Bob spotted the bridge that Bob previously spotted across the chasm. And then there's another bridge beyond. And that's where we stopped.
Yep. So you're a little short of a boggart bridge. Boggart Bridge is a 25-foot long bridge made of strange gray timbers, spans the narrowing ravine. To the south, the cavern passage continues in a gentle descent. To the north, an enormous cavern opens to reveal a still black lake.
Ah, the titular Black Lake, from whence the other boggards claimed their descent. Ascent?
I don't mean to nitpick, but neither of those bridges are 25 feet. One is 20 and one is 30.
So average the two, and they're both 25 feet. There you go. Math.
I can just picture Cinderspark breaking out the rope in which 5-foot sections are marked off and going, nope, this is not the code.
So, Ryan, real quick, as we begin to cross the bridge, we see two. One looks like a boggart, definitely. Are
Yes.
these the friends that we presume that they're bringing us to?
Yeah. So as you cross the bridge, you see standing on a pier two more what look like boggards. A vast lake stretches out in this enormous cavern. The water is glass-like, dark, and still. On the closest shore of the lake, a mud hut stands on a foundation of gray wood-like supports, just over the surface of the water. A pier of the same material allows travel from the hut to the stony cavern shore. Northern pathways travel around the lake to the east and the northwest. A narrow cave opening exits the chamber to the southwest, and a bridge leads to the south. You see 2 boggards standing on this pier. The first one looks to be clad in armor and is holding a javelin with a club strapped to his back. That one, let's give you guys a little picture here. He's got orange skin with black stripes, very tiger-like for a boggard. Without the fur.
Mm-hmm. Nice bracers.
Yeah. I mean, you could fight him for him if you'd like.
I'm just saying, I'm collecting shit.
They look to be made with, not out of, but with real human skulls.
That's great points.
Humanoid of some sort, yeah. The next one behind him is holding a staff and wearing some kind of fur.
Mm-hmm. He also has a pauldron.
He has a pauldron of a skull rather than of a turtle shell.
Yeah, the tortoise is what I got, which actually I got from the zombie, not from the guys that we were trying to negotiate with.
Yeah.
I don't think the distinction really matters.
But more importantly, this, at the other end of the bridge, on the edge of the hut, is the very first door we have seen on this level.
No, that's not true. There was a door on the opposite side of the broken bridge.
Well, yes. But this is the first potentially accessible door. Doors are our greatest ally. In a combat with the boggards, we should always head for the door.
Why are we even talking about getting into combat with the boggards?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking it's inevitable.
No, we don't want to do that, Bob.
All right. Bobby's
to
gonna shut up.
To that end, I will say that Borm has sheathed his sword as we crossed over the initial bridge and became friends with the boggard.
Oh, we kind of had to do that in order to converse with them because they demanded that we put away our weapon.
Yeah.
And Cinderspark then picked up and put away the dog slicer, and the rest of us sheathed everything.
And
Borm was holding it behind his back, and you could kind of see it poke out, but now he's sheathed it.
And the one that was leading you through, he steps to the side of the pier, right at the beginning of it. And he says, this is our Lord Glutu and his guard, Nork.
Nork. Okay.
And he says to Glutu, they say they are friends. They put down their weapons and did not attack us.
Mm-hmm.
And they are here to fight the humans, says puzzled. And Glutu says, the one in the back, who speaks for you?
Usually Bob, but it's not exactly advised.
I have spoken for this group before. My name is Hobart Ordwy.
Step forth, Hobart.
Cove.
Yep. Go up, Goblin Hero.
I don't know how far he wants me to step.
Hobart.
Where is your bird? I don't see your bird.
Right on my shoulder.
All right. Is that enough stepping forth, or does he want me closer?
He looks to be waiting for you to move forward.
Okay. Well, I step onto the bridge. Is this close enough? And I bow and I say, we seek passage that the humans took towards the shrine of some sort where they're doing a ritual. We want to disrupt it, and we want to destroy them for what they have done above. They kidnapped my mother and intended to sacrifice her.
Humans are dicks.
The humans trapped many of my kind, many of my tribe, in the levels above. It appears that one of your friends has met them.
Yep. They raised one of them. They raised a bunch of them as zombies, and we had to take them down.
Yes.
And we want the peace back.
That's two.
I think he's talking about the shoulder pauldron.
No, peace as in P-E-A-C-E.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, I
was suspicious.
We want the peace that the humans have
I wasn't going to ask for spelling because that sounds too much like words and letters. That's not cool.
We do not intend to stay down here any longer than it takes to get rid of the human.
If you take care of the humans, you will have free passage back, but not until the job is done.
That sounds like a great deal.
Excellent. These deals that we make on these adventures always go well.
These deals are getting worse all the time.
Okay, so where are they?
Can you point us in the direction we should go to find and kill these humans?
He points directly west, and he says, through that wall.
Bro.
Thank you.
And he points over in this directly west of him.
No, there's actually a passage that Bob can see because Bob moved forward and you guys did.
Oh, I see it now.
No, I mean, I see it from where I'm standing.
There is a passage, but he is not pointing to that passage.
Yeah, because that passage leads back to a dead end. We don't want to go back that way.
I don't know. It actually leads somewhere else. It's
the smell, as Vercog steps by it, the smell of rot and fecal matter permeates from there.
I swear there are so many shitters in this place.
So I point.
Which way are we going?
He said he pointed here, which I'm assuming there's a secret door that I will start to look for.
Yeah. And because he's pointing it out, go ahead and roll perception.
Okay, now I got to remember where perception actually is. There we go.
So I do see that the passage in the southwest opens back up to the chasm, but there's also like a little part that I can't see. Does it just terminate there?
It goes back north. All right. Cinderspark, what'd you get?
23.
23. With their aid to help you find it, you are able to find a secret passage.
Woohoo!
If you would like, I will open it.
Yes, I would like, because since it's not on the map and I can't actually open something that's not there.
Oh, that's cool.
The secret passage opens, and 10 feet in front of you is a stone wall.
You sure they went this way? Look back over my shoulder.
He nods.
Okay.
Are we going to be stealthing?
Well, there's nothing here. It's just I'm going to continue looking for stuff because this is a dead fucking end too. This is just a closet.
Go ahead and roll perception.
22.
Again, with their help, you find the cracks and a little lever that you're able to grasp.
Okay.
Pull.
I won't pull it yet. Found it. Okay. So there's something else here, and we can get in, presumably. Unless I'm going to open it, and there's going to be another fucking 10-foot passage and another secret door.
Before we proceed, Bob is going to draw the buckler and the cold iron hammer.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Cindy will take out their dog slicer. Ready to slice any dogs.
Hold on.
Form does the same.
Or turn things sliced into dogs.
True. Okay. Do we want to try to sneak? Because we have no idea what this is going to open into.
I think we should at least try.
Sure. Let's hide from the things that we can't see.
Okay. You guys following the expert?
I am an expert.
I believe we worked it out to be a +5, unless you're already trained.
Yeah.
In which case, it's the same type of bonus. I believe Bob is getting only a +4 because untrained improvisation counts as being.
I am trained.
It's not that it doesn't give you. I believe it gives you a +2, even if you are trained, right?
Well, Bob's not trained, but he's got a +1, which is the same type of bonus as one of the two.
Yeah, you would take the higher bonus.
So.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
If we are ready,
Everybody's good?
Pull the lever.
Right.
Can we do the thing where Borm stays back far enough to not have to stealth 15 feet?
Sure. You stay right where you're at and you're not moving. All right. Pulls the lever.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fibrous vine-like coils of fungus grow on the walls of this chamber, their tendrils clinging to the numerous cracks in the ancient stonework. A carpet of pungent, rust-colored mold coats the ground. 3 skeletal remains, petrified from the mineral-rich water dripping from the ceiling above, lie slumped against the walls of the chamber. A shimmering, mostly transparent field of reddish-brown light blocks access to a larger room to the west. Through that room, reddish-brown light, what you see in that room, in the center of this filthy 5-foot-wide, cross-shaped room stands a 5-foot-tall stone dais. Lines of runes cover the dais in seemingly random patterns. Standing before the dais to the east is a stone altar covered in fresh blood. A man's discarded corpse lies sprawled nearby. A figure in rust-colored robes stands before the altar, chanting from a tome bound in mottled leather and periodically blowing into a rusted horn. 3 more robed figures kneel around the dais. A wispy rust-red vapor extends from their mouths and eyes, swirling around the silhouette of a massive horned figure who stands on the dais in a chaotically undulating pool of red light.
Mm-hmm. I pull the lever again. Right. So this is what I just saw.
Yeah.
Cinder Spark comes back and gives you the entire box text.
Okay.
Because of how we were standing, I think all of us have line of sight to that.
Not everything.
Yeah,
That's true.
Not
That's
all
true.
of it.
Perhaps we should make some sort of a lore check on that whole field of light, and maybe some sort of a nature check on that fungus.
Probably a good idea. It's sounds like someone's job, but not
It's
mine.
a question for the GM. What kind of check are we making, and for what? Am I rolling occultism to figure out the whole field of light thing? Because that's my spellcasting tradition.
Actually, because of what that is,
Would that be Arcana?
you actually know what that is.
I do?
It is on your spell list.
No way.
It is a wall of force.
Well, it's not necessarily a prepared spell, yes, but it's in the occult. Okay, so
I would know that too.
Yeah.
right, like out of character, Dimitri knows what passes through the wall of force. How much
Yeah,
does
but
Bob know?
Hold on. Is Wall of Force the same in PF2?
Wall of force. Let me help you out here. Wall of force forms an invisible wall of pure magical force, up to 50 feet long and up to 20 feet high. The wall has no discernible thickness. You must create the wall in an unbroken open space so its edges don't pass through any creatures or objects, or the spell is lost. The wall has AC 10, hardness 30, and 60 hit points, and it's immune to critical hits and precision damage. The wall blocks physical effects from passing through it, and because it's made of force, it blocks incorporeal and ethereal creatures as well. Teleportation effects can pass through the barrier, as can visual effects since the wall is invisible. Wall of Force is immune to counteracting effects of its level or lower, but the wall is automatically destroyed by a disintegrate spell of any rank.
Great. You have one of those laying around?
Does it blocks line of effect, so I can't target anything with spells on the other side of it?
Correct.
I feel like you could sing at them, though.
I could.
You can't hear them now.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I could dance at them, though. It does not block light. A dance-based performance would be perceived by them.
That whole rusty fungal miasma thing, what that?
Yeah.
You probably have to go in and check it out.
Okay, well, I'm you know what? I'm going to
about
drink the fucking anti-plague that I have, just in case.
Ooh, good call.
Okay.
What else do we have that we can...
We just sit down and start looking through our backpacks for things to chug. Well, if that's what we're doing, I'd like to take 10 minutes to recover the focus point that I lost doing the counter performance.
I'm okay.
I have a couple...
Follow-up question is, did they see the door open and me standing there?
They didn't seem to react to that door opening.
I mean, I wouldn't behind a wall of force either, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're probably also busy with the chanting.
Yeah. This guy's just sitting there tooting on his horn.
I've got a lesser antidote that I will be taking.
6 hours against poisons. That's a good idea. I'm going to use one of those too.
Do not have an antidote, do I?
And anti-plague as well. I'll drink that.
I have an unusual liquid. Should I drink it?
You still do. It's still unusual?
Apparently. Oh, and I have a Thessalonian poison, apparently. Should I drink that?
No.
Actually, I have
How do I use
four unusual liquids.
these potions?
If you click on them in the inventory and open the description, they should pop up a use button.
Yep, got it.
I have a slumber arrow?
Does it work?
I don't know. I stabbed myself with it.
I have a shit ton of poison.
Yeah.
Have a potion of water breathing. I don't think we need that right now.
By the time we do.
What's the range on Hand of the Mage? Telekinetic Hand.
All right, how many of you took an antidote?
I did.
Oh, you want to put it on our characters. So Bob used an antidote and anti-plague.
Same.
I only use the anti-plague because it's all I had.
All right, does Borm use anything?
His iron will.
Okay.
Love that.
All right, so if you wanted to see whether that area does something to things brought into it, Bob could use telekinetic hand to float a thing into that area and see if anything happens to it, thanks to the Hand of the Mage.
Or we could just throw it in.
Well, yes, if you don't want to be
just want-
fancy about it.
You just want to play with your hand.
Yes, I do. It's a cursed magical item. It's the curse is that it wants you to use it.
Go ahead. Go play with your hand.
Well, no, I'm not opening that door until we all agree that I'm opening that door.
I agree that you're opening the door.
Okay. Does anybody want to use anything? Do we have any consumables we want to?
Just
All
open it.
All right. So Bob steps up to the door and, well, it's still a secret door, so Bob can't actually open it because Dimitri can't click on the thing. Thank you. So now...
The door opens.
And in.
Do any of them react this time?
No, you don't see any reaction. They're all facing towards the dais.
So, actually,
Goblins.
there are things... Yeah, they can't hear through the wall. Goblin dance.
Okay, so these are just the petrified skeletal remains that we have. There's actually 3 of them. There's another one down.
One in the south.
Yeah.
Well, do they count as objects? Do they count as unattended objects that are, what?
Still a weight limit?
I mean...
of light bulk or less.
Yeah,
you couldn't throw a whole skeleton.
But I could lift like a femur.
You could grab a hand with the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You could hold hands.
I'll make it ghostly, and so people can see it. And I'll try to lift the hand of the skeleton that's right there in front of the door.
All right, and with that, we're gonna
probably should have done the further one, but okay.
I actually can't. It's got a range of 30 feet, and I checked, and the far one is actually 35 away.
Oh,
As your hand goes down to grab that hand,
that's the telekinetic hand, the spell.
As your telekinetic hand reaches down and grabs the hand of this skeleton, all 3 skeletons begin to rise.
Of course they do.
They were supposed to be unattended objects. It wouldn't have worked otherwise.
We knew exactly what was going to happen, Dimitri. Come on.
It's like that circle of stone trap from a couple of sessions ago. We all knew that was shenanigans.
Like such an obvious trap.
So, are we rolling perception for initiative?
Yes, sir.
So apparently everybody except Bob expected this to happen.
What was Bob's initiative?
15.
What about Borm?
20.
And Cinderspark?
24.
And Vercog?
16.
So you've got your sacrificial Bob. What is sacrificial Bob facing?
As these 3 skeletons begin to rise, one speaks out further from the farthest one I've waited for time without memory for this moment.
In what language?
In common.
Oh.
My grandson will prevail where I failed.
Oh,
You will not interfere.
oh, you're Mitramar's terrible granddaddy.
And Cinderspark is first to go.
Uh-huh.
You want to reach past Bob and close the door?
I mean, there's actually nothing on the... There's no enemy tokens on the...
Oh,
on the map.
I can reveal those for you. Gosh. We're going to get all technical.
Okay.
Spooky, scary skeleton with flames on his hands.
Uh-huh. I'm not going in there. So what we're doing is we're going to swap weapons. So the dog slicer will get sheathed, and I will draw the bow that I almost never used.
Wait a
I
second.
don't remember you using the bow.
You have a bow? Why am I the one holding the sleep arrow if you have a bow?
Oh. So I'm gonna shoot him because I'm not as I said, I'm not going in there. So he can have an arrow. That would be
Okay.
delightful if you could just start growing feathers. 25.
A 25 hits true.
Great.
Crit?
I was about to say,
Would you like 4 points of damage?
It doesn't look like any of that got through.
Okay. Well,
Well, skeletons are probably not really piercing.
I'm gonna fade back quietly so Bob's not aware.
Stealth from Bob. Bob's perception was a 15. Bob is not aware of anything right now.
Okay.
See, this is what happens when Bob tries to shake hands. Whose turn is it?
It's me.
It me.
Yeah,
I'm asking because the initiative tracker doesn't actually have anybody except us.
Right.
All right. Can
I
he
mean, if
see
they don't want to enter combat, Bob is fine with that too, since Bob is up front.
Right, we got line of effect, line of sight.
oh boy.
Okay. And that has 120 feet. All right.
What is Bob eating? And wait, 120 feet? Are you also hitting the boggarts on the bridge? If this is the line that just goes out the door, it might just kill their shaman.
That's rough.
I don't think Ryan thought this all the way through.
Oh boy. I mean, I think Bob is about to eat a lightning bolt, and it's going to be fun for the...
It casts a spell, and right in front of Vercog, about 5 feet in front of Vercog, it just like this blast of energy goes out in a 20-foot burst.
I don't particularly care for that.
Is the energy fire?
No. I'm going to need basic fortitude saves from everybody.
Ooh, this sounds nasty. Is this a disease, poison?
No.
No? All right.
No.
Fucking course not.
Straight up, 15 from Bob.
Okay. Form?
16.
Cinderspark.
22.
Vercog.
12.
12. All right. A little something happens. With this burst, you feel the energy of decay, specifically void, course through your veins. And Bob, Form, and Vercog are going to take 14 points of void damage. Cinderspark, you're going to take half that.
14. So Bob is still above half.
Okay. And I still have an action. And we'll move a little bit closer. Form.
I didn't realize he's got like a flaming pickaxe above him because he was next to a wall.
Yeah, it's hard to see that. It's cool artwork.
Is he actually holding that?
Oh boy.
No.
Oh dear.
Okay, because the other guy is holding the the physical object.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah, it looks like he might be capable of casting a spell that summons a flaming pickaxe.
I think he's holding the spectral version of the thing that the other guys on the other side of the wall is holding.
All right. What we got going on, Borm?
Borm is going to move twice into the room. He is now in the face of the hands on fire guy. Before he runs through, he's gonna yell to the boggards, "Come, help!"
Hey, the answer's not no until the answer's no.
That is true. That is.
He will strike once with his +1 Fiend Bane. It's a 27 to hit. I don't know if this guy's a fiend, though.
He is not a fiend, but that does connect.
Critically?
It does not connect critically. What do you think? You're fighting level 1 creatures?
Yes.
It's 5 points of damage.
Wait, is that slashing damage?
That is versatile P.
Yeah, but
So slashing
by
and
default,
piercing.
it's
Or
slash.
piercing.
Yeah.
So none of that gets through.
Well, that's going to be the end of Borm. Both his turn and this character.
So wait, nothing happened to Borm just entering the room?
No, nothing happened to Borm.
Awesome. Thank you, guinea pig.
Can Bob see the guy right around the corner from him?
Technically, yes, because like a tiny piece of the guy's marker is visible.
All right, so
This is the edge of visibility from Bob. I don't know if you can see what I've drawn on the map. So anything below that line, Bob can't see from where Bob is standing, because it's kind of like a diagonal out of the secret door type deal.
right from the corner, this skeleton pulls out a bow, a short bow to be exact,
Copycat.
and fires at Borm with one action. To pull it out, a 15, I'm sure, does not connect.
No.
All right, let's try one more time.
One more time.
That's even worse, so we'll just put that die away, and that is all 3 actions for that skeleton guard.
I vote you keep using that die.
And to the third skeleton, pulls out a scimitar, steps in front of Bob,
Oh, there we go. Now I can actually see him.
and is going to strike at Bob with said scimitar.
Well, Bob is not off guard, because apparently that only happens if you take specific...
And that is a 12 to hit.
No, even if Bob was off guard.
I am rolling garbage to start out. Awesome.
I am very happy for you.
And Vercog is up.
Okay. I'm nice and close, so I'm gonna cast a phase bolt on the one right in front of Bob.
What's up?
If it wasn't so consistent, I would laugh. I rolled a 5 for a total of 13.
Total of 13 is not going to connect with your
I
target.
imagined not. Okay, then I'm going to cast... where'd it go? I will cast Shroud of Night, again on the one in front of Bob. Please make a DC 18 will save.
5.
Fabulous. It's a damn shame that there is no critical effect here, but as a failure, everybody is concealed to it. So there will be DC 5 flat checks incoming for him to attack anyone. And that's my turn. That is my turn. Bob?
Okay. Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the round. Everybody else has gone. So, well, with Borm in there and injured and cut off from us, I think the right course of action is to start with Courageous Anthem. So let's cast that, put that on everybody, because I think all of you are within line of effect from me. Mm-hmm. I think we previously tried affecting undead or something with Goblin Song, and it didn't work. So Bob's
Did
not
they
active.
save or D? Just for our memory, because it helps me too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're like immune to mental or not.
I think it was that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know.
Right.
Okay.
So, like, I think that's why it didn't work. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I don't really want to leave because I think Cinderspark is going to want to tumble through and sneak, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen next round.
It's kind
If I,
do that.
yeah, all right, let's start with an attack. How about that? Because Bob's currently holding a +1 Cold Iron Lighthammer, and there's a dude right in front. So let's.
So it's hammer time.
No.
For once, it is indeed.
Oh, apparently you can't touch that.
Yeah, it's stopped at a 6, and I do not believe a 13 connects.
No, a 13 does not connect with your target.
Okay. Still not really interested in leaving because that would leave Vercog. Okay. What's my range on that stuff? Just, I want to make sure that I don't far away. Form's 20 feet away from me, isn't it? All right. I'm going to step back, but I'm only going to step back 5 feet. I'm going to step back 10 feet. And that is going to, what? That wasn't your plan?
What?
I thought that upset somebody. No? All right. That is the end of Bob's turn.
Cinderspark, you're up.
Great. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch back to the dog slicer because fuck this bow.
All right.
Obviously, it's the
Swap
bow's
weapons.
And then we move back where we were, and I slice at the skeleton because he's in my way.
All right.
Come on,
Go
buddy.
ahead.
Excuse me, sir. Oh yeah. Well, it's not a 5.
What is it?
It is a 2. So it's a total of 12, which I'm also assuming does not hit.
Yeah. Going down in numbers does not help your cause.
I mean, depending on the edition.
No.
You mean it's second edition?
Let's go back to
Pathfinder?
Thaco, please.
Not second edition D&D? Why is everything called second edition?
I know, right? I believe I am now out of actions.
Except when it's called third edition, Dimitri, or first edition,
Yes.
or fourth edition,
or 3.5.
or fifth edition.
4 you shall not count.
I enjoyed 4, and you know.
5 is right out.
Yes, that I will agree.
Anyway,
All right.
what horrible thing happens now?
What horrible thing happens now? Our friend with the fiery hands and the flaming pick standing above him.
Who our? He's not our friend.
You see energy emanate in his hands as he reaches out and touches Borm.
Oh, okay.
And Borm, I'm going to need a basic fortitude save, please.
It's a 12.
A 12 is a failure, and you are going to take 9 points of void damage as void energy courses through your veins from the harm spell.
That's it?
That is that is a one version of that. And then it's going to cast a 2-action spell.
Am I considered a creature I can see?
Why is that?
I have a hero action that I could use that would give me resistance, but it's the start of my next turn. So can I do it at the top of the round? It says use anytime.
Sure.
All right, so will that end here when I go next or at the subsequent turn?
Well,
whatever. It's fine. I'm using it. We'll find out.
Next time on Rise of the Rune Lords.
Yeah.
So you take 5 less damage from the previous attack as well.
No, I'm using it now.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say it'll go to your next turn because that was his 3 actions. And you're up, Orm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a 3-action cast? I thought you were saying. Okay.
He cast the 1-action harm spell, and then he cast another spell for 2 actions that he casted on himself.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Well, while Borm is standing in front of his face, he will go ahead and attempt to attack. It's a 22 to hit.
A 22 connects.
5 points of damage.
And 5 points of damage does not get through his resistance.
All right. Dropping is a free action, correct?
Yep.
He's going to drop that and retrieve a warhammer, and that'll be the end of his turn.
All right. Skeleton guard number 1. That is the one in the corner. And he is going to launch an arrow at Borm. 14.
Miss.
He will launch a second one. Something's got to connect. 11.
Miss.
And with that, moves there. Moves up just south of Borm by 10 feet. The one in front of Cinderspark. Well, he's got his scimitar out. Might as well use it.
Might as well.
No.
Nimble dodge.
Nimbly dodging. Slightly better. 16.
Which is not going to connect.
It's going to swing again. Mightily. This time. Changing the angle. 20 to hit.
20 will connect.
Are you forgetting that he's Shroud of Nighted?
I am. That's correct. That is an 18 for Shroud.
Is that for the first one or the second one?
That would be for the second one, because I already missed on the first one.
Okay.
Yep. 8.
8.
Might as well. 8 total to hit, to strike.
Oh, yeah. No, 8's reloaded.
Third action. Gonna try the same thing. Change the angle up again. Shroud of Night. 9. In this case is yes.
German for yes, yep.
All right. And for the attack. Natural 20. Unleash the Kraken.
No.
It would be an 18 to hit. But
Which
the natural 20 would bump it up to a hit.
Yeah.
So it'll be regular damage
Joy.
on Cinderspark, which is one of those and a little bit of that. 7 points of slashing damage.
Delicious.
And that is all 3 actions. Vercog, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try again. I will cast Phase Bolt. 21.
21. Is that the guy in front of Cinderspark?
Indeed.
All right, go ahead and roll me some damage as your needles connect with them.
Well, this is not needles. This is force.
Or force, sorry. Yeah, force.
It's a bolt of magical energy.
Yeah.
So that's 10.
And you can describe your kill.
Woo! The force bolt finds a break in the armor, and it doesn't seem to do anything, and then you just hear this ricocheting noise, and then the skeleton just kind of evaporates into violet dust, and the armor that's on it just hits the ground, and you just hear a clang as it hits the ground. And that is... how far away am I? I am 40. I always forget the range on Shroud of Night. Hold on. Sorry, guys. It's 30. Okay, so I'm going to move in front of Bob, so I am in position for next round. And that is the end of my turn. Pass the mic to Bob.
Real quick, because this might affect what you got. The rest of you do as well. Borm, I forgot to have you roll a will save for the spell that this guy cast on himself.
Oh, so it affected both Borm and him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
That's a natural 1 for an 8.
All right. With a critical failure, you will take a status penalty to your attacks. For as long as you are in the area. -1, as you are affected by Bane.
All right, so my last attack, I think, then was a fucking 12. So.
But you probably feel a little bit weaker and might have said something out loud.
Well, I don't know if we actually have Bane on our lists. I don't know.
No, you have Bless.
So we don't actually necessarily know, like, if it has range, if it sticks around or whatnot.
Right. All right, Bob. What do you want to do?
Well, what I want to do and what I can do are, as we say in Odessa, two big differences. First things first. Courageous Anthem goes back up. Second, I don't know if I can get close enough to do stuff. So I think I'm going to start moving in. Where's my speed on the character sheet, by the way? Oh, there it is, 25. So 1, 2, 3, that will be a 15. And then I can actually see the entire room. And I realize that there's a dude who's probably going to step into flank with Borm. Well, on Borm. Can Cinderspark get into space on the other side of that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you prefer to be, like, which space around this guy would you prefer to be in? Because I'll go on the other side. I can do this, or I can do that.
Either one. Doesn't matter.
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
Or you can get with us. And now you're in Bane. Good. See, that's why I want to be over there.
All right. I would like you to roll a will save, please.
Okay.
Is Bane a fear effect?
No.
Bane's a villain.
Bob's save against Bane is at 25.
25. You feel fine.
All right. What about this room? Does it feel like there's some kind of effect that this room is trying to project on me? Because, you know, this room looks freaky. Bob's never been in a room like this.
No, you don't feel any additional effects besides the Bane.
All right. Then I guess Bob's just going to swing? I don't know. Oh, I do have the Bane on me, though, because I guess it's an aura. But I'll just ignore that -1 if I do swing. I don't think I have one action things that will affect them. So yeah, Cold Iron Light Hammer at the dude to the south, not the caster. Strike.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
How does 22 sound?
22 is going to connect.
All right, let us roll the damage. The damage is a total of 5 bludgeoning.
5 bludgeoning. You can go ahead and describe your kill.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this dude's been plinking arrows at Borm. Did he drop the thing and pull out a scimitar or something?
Yeah. Well, no, he hadn't yet.
All right, so he just drops the bow. He looks like he's rushing Borm, and then Bob just walks out. This dude's, rushing Borm and taps him in the chest. Wait, can I reach that far? No, just taps him on the thigh with the hammer. And there's this bong sound, and then the skeleton just collapses on the floor. Bob's like, really? Okay.
Tumbles into a pile of bones at Bob's feet.
Yeah, Bob. Really
kind of hit Bob's knees now.
Did not expect that. That should be the end of the round.
Okay.
That is the end of round 2. Cinderspark, you're going to start us off at the top of round 3.
I pulled it. No, okay. Let's move into the room, I guess. I really want to.
Oh, don't you have an ability that you can sneak up on him with?
Yes, I do. He's a little far away, though. Yeah. Well, no, because you'd be sneaking and you're moving half speed.
He's
a little
the problem.
A little too far for that. Anyway, I move up like a dickhead, and I'm gonna have to
give me the will
save.
Yep.
Bong.
What is your will save?
It is going to be a 21.
21. You feel okay.
I feel okay. All right. I mean, let's fucking face it. The chances of me fucking actually doing anything are pretty slim. So I'm just gonna move again, and I'll move over here.
Okay.
I'm moving into a flank on the other side of him, just kind of side-eyeing him as I walk by, and he doesn't slap me, right? Okay, no, okay, good,
nope.
Good. Okay, now that he's flanked, I think I'll try stabbing him.
I love that.
Until I fail miserably. Okay. Well, he's off guard. But we rolled a 3, so it's a 13.
Yeah, 13 is still not going to strike his off-guard AC.
Yeah, see, it's not a 2. We're moving up. We're moving up. So that's 3 actions for me. I guess I'm done now.
You guess you're done now. Okay.
Oh, I know my turn's over, but I guess I'm done now.
Again, he's going to cast a spell, this time at Cinderspark.
Gross.
Looks at you. Flee, mortal.
Okay.
And I'm going to need a will save, please.
Well, 18.
18 is a failure.
But
Sweet.
So-
it's a fear effect, isn't it? Courageous Anthem gives +1. How's a 19?
It is not a fear effect.
Ooh.
Of course it's not.
Is it a disease?
It is a mental effect. You will spend your first action on your next turn doing as you were commanded.
Hold on.
I mean, it sounds reasonable, so I'm good.
Actually, it sounds like it uses sounds, so I can try counter performance.
It does have the auditory effect.
All right, we are casting counter performance, and we are rolling the performance check.
Come on. That's pretty good. That's
How's that?
pretty
24 for that save.
All right. I'll let it go. You already knew. I'm disappointed because you already knew the effect, whether it was a pass or a fail. Nonetheless, you feel fine now.
It's still a reasonable suggestion.
Yes, it is.
Yes, but I harmonize with his suggestion and go, actually don't. No, flee. Actually don't.
All right. So we cast a spell, and we're going to go up there, just north of Cinderspark.
It's my favorite band.
Of course.
And that is 3 actions. Borm.
Borm is going to step, and then he will attempt to hit him.
All right. Borm steps.
All right, this is with a +1 Warhammer, so it's going to be bludgeoning, 24 to hit.
24 connects.
Oh, yeah.
6 points of damage.
And it looks like all of that gets through as it rattles off of his chest.
He will take his second attack. It's a 15 to hit.
A 15, though, is not quite enough.
All right, that's the end of Borm's turn.
All right. Vercog. All right, Vercog, I need a will save.
Fabulous. 26. Go away.
You are fine.
I'm within 30 feet of him.
You are within 30 feet of him.
You're a failure. Your grandson was a failure. I don't know who your children are. They were failures too. You're going to fail here today, and there's not a chance that any of the followers of Tsar Azmak are leaving here alive. I would like you to make a will save, please.
Will save. How
To be
willful.
clear, that wasn't just you saying that. That was a spell.
Yes, that was, by the way, blistering invective.
I mean,
24.
It is not a critical success, so you're going to take half of this. This is persistent fire damage. Are we?
Oh.
Yeah, on a success, half of that persistent fire damage. So does that mean 2d6 but halved, or does it mean 1d6?
I'm assuming it means 2d6 split halved.
That was a success.
Under
Yeah.
success, it says the target takes half the persistent fire damage.
And it spoke to us in common, so Grandpa knows this is going to hurt.
gotta say, like, we were just trying to kill him. We didn't have to tear him down like that.
Oh no, we really do.
No, tearing him down kills him.
It's pretty cold blooded.
No, actually, it's very hot.
He tried to hurt my friends. He was going to hurt Elder Ordway. This is what he gets.
Well, I mean, Grandpa hurt us, like literally at the start of the combat. So fair game. Grandson, yeah, like, you should also tell him that you only regret he won't be animated to see us kill his grandson.
Yes, that's true.
And he smells funny.
Well, to be fair, who doesn't? Actually, he smells like death warmed over.
Well, now he does.
That fire damage sure is persistent.
Mm-hmm.
And like other persistent damage, I guess it happens at the end of his turn?
Yeah, it would happen at the end of his turn. Okay. All right, Vercog. So you moved in, did your will save, and hit him with a 2-action spell of blistering invective. Okay. And that's it. All right. Bob Goblin.
Well, I mean, we're going to do the same thing we usually do. Cast Courageous Anthem, that is. So it goes back up on everybody. Bob could get into the flank, but Cinderspark's a lot better at that. So Bob is just going to step up and swing a bludgeoning weapon right at Grandpa over there. Let's see
That's
how
going to
well
be it.
Grandpa likes a 21.
A 21 is going to connect.
All right. Grandpa is going to eat 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, 4 points of bludgeoning damage all goes through.
Oh, I do want to ask, he's not vulnerable to cold iron, is he?
Nope, you don't think so.
All right. Well, it worked on the demon once, and that's enough. But I'd ask. That is actually 3 actions out of Bob, and so ends the turn and the round.
All right, top of round 4, Cinder Spark.
Okay. Well, let's step into the flank. And okay, well, let's fail. So dog slicer out.
No, let's not fail. Let's beat up a senior citizen.
He's very senior. 17 is the number, because the numbers keep going up.
17 is not going to connect with your off-guard foe.
Wonderful. I love that. Okay, well, let's try being a dirty little goblin. Dirty trick is 1 action, so I'm going to make a thievery check against his reflex DC.
Okay.
Where the hell is thievery? There we go. Okay. Pretend I'm not here. I just fucking fell prone.
Oh. Ouch.
You went looking for his shoelaces.
The floor is a little slippery.
Wow. We've rolled poorly throughout this campaign, in my opinion, but we may have reached a peak.
I believe the word you're looking for is nadir.
All right. So, our skeletal friend who casts spells.
Not friend. Still.
I mean, he's my friend. I'm sorry.
Right.
Is he though?
He's not even friend shaped.
Oh man, this is beautiful.
I don't like you saying that.
And yeah, man, do I want to do that right now? I really don't like being in the flank.
Because it matters.
Not the way you guys have been rolling, I guess, but why not? Why not?
He's feeling threatened.
No, I'm not going to do it yet. Instead, I'll save that spell. Let's try this again. And he looks at Bob after Bob has connected. And he's
and he's talking at me. And
yes.
so I'm making a will save.
Yep. You mortal, flee.
Let me see if I could.
Also, make sure to take your persistent fire damage on your turn, my guy.
Yeah, but that's at the end of his turn, so I guess he still has actions to do stuff. How does a 21 sound?
A 21 is a success, and you will not be fleeing.
And I go, no, don't do that.
Right.
As he tells me to flee, I do the same thing exactly as I did with when he tried that on Cinderspark.
And he moves around Cinderspark.
So hold on, he tells me to flee, it doesn't work, and he flees? Just want to make sure I understand this correctly. I just counterspelled.
All right, Borm.
Before Borm, you burn.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to take my... And he takes some fire damage.
Yay.
Yeah, take it and like it.
All right, Borm is going to begin moving towards the wall of fire. Does he feel that he can step into the spot, or would the wall burn him?
You feel like you could step into that spot. And I'm going to need a will save again for the Bane, since you were actually out of that.
No, it says immunity to Bane until encounter ends.
That's because
he's the only one that hasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25.
Oh, awesome. You are fine.
Join us on the immune side.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
Man, you guys are rolling some rough rolls. That is not going to connect.
For his last action, he is going to lay on hands on himself. He'll gain 6 hit back. And that's the end of his turn.
All right, Borm touches himself. And Berkog, you see this.
I'm not shaming anybody. I am concentrating on my blistering invective, which means I'm gonna cast the spell, and then afterwards, the last thing it says is "and motherfucker." So I'm gonna cast a phase bolt. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my card.
Okay.
The card that I pulled, where the hell did it go? It's in action. The card that I pulled is called Shoot Through. Shoot Through, it will... Does it go through? Yes, it does. It goes through Bob. It goes through another creature's space before reaching the target. The target is off guard against the attack, and the other creature does not provide cover. So, I attack. Come on, make it worth it. Yes, it is. 27, he is off guard.
27 off guard is not a critical hit, but it does hit. So close, though.
Nah. Okay. Roll damage. Wow. One short of max. Takes 16 points of force damage.
It's actually piercing.
It is piercing.
Oh, that's so dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the phase bolt is piercing? Yep.
Yep.
So 16, so it takes that much. I don't think all of that got through.
Okay.
And Bob Goblin.
Well, clearly, since everybody's swinging, Courageous Anthem is going to help everybody, so back up it goes.
It sure is.
Second, since clearly this dude is afraid of Bob's hammer, as he has demonstrated, Bob is now going to move up to this dude, and with the third action, swing yet again. So, let's see how well it goes. No, that is a total of 10. Bob ends his turn having not connected, and so ends the round.
Cinderspark. You guys have this guy rounded in the corner.
Uh-huh. I'm on the floor. I stand up. Okay. We're gonna try again. We can't roll any shittier.
Never say that.
I mean, I can't miss any worse. Ta-da, is a 24.
A 24 will hit.
Joy and jubilation. As I deal 6, otherwise known as no damage.
No, you do damage.
Like a point.
Yeah.
Well, since it worked so well last time, dirty trick.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see. No, it's 2 1s together, so it's going to be 19 versus his reflex DC.
19 versus his reflex DC is a failure.
Don't worry.
You keep looking for the shoelaces. He's not even wearing shoes.
He doesn't have any balls for me to kick.
That's what you did last round, prone. You were checking for his balls.
I mean, I got a good view from down there. I'm like, you can put that into the blistering invective because he doesn't have any balls to kick. Good thing he already has a grandson.
All right. He is going to cast a spell with all 3 of his actions.
I don't like him doing that.
And I need fortitude saves from everybody.
Is this something I could potentially counter performance? Auditory or visual?
No.
Boo.
Is it a disease?
It is not a disease.
God damn it, Ryan.
Poison? Fear?
Nope.
Love when we take precautions, and of course, none of them apply. It's great.
True.
No, not funny.
Let's go around the horn for Cog.
13.
Cinderspark.
11.
11sies. Bob.
15.
And Borm.
19.
Those are all regular failures.
Aren't they just? That's what they call us.
It's our adventuring company name.
It is now.
Regular failures. No. Because we're for hire. We're irregulars. We're irregular failure.
You each take 10 points of void damage as you feel the effects of harm.
That's not good.
And then?
And he takes some healing.
Oh, fuck.
Why is he taking healing? He used all 3 actions.
It's
Because it's freaking because it's harm.
Yes.
He's undead. So he's catching himself in a void burst, and that heals him.
Well,
Yes.
he's also taking fire damage. So
Yes, he is.
So that was
After the fact.
Yeah.
Can I trigger a reaction when he does that?
Sure.
Borm is going to tell him to kneel.
All right, and he, of course, refuses.
He'll take 2 points of mental damage.
And you do not feel like that does anything to him.
So there you go. Immune to mental.
Spooky freaking skeletons.
He takes 4 points of fire damage. Borm.
Borm is going to swing at him. It's going to be a 22 to hit.
A 22 connects.
God damn it. 1 in the die for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
It all goes through.
And also, because he did not obey my iron command, which I keep forgetting about, he will take 1 additional point of spirit damage.
Spirit damage, okay.
I'll take the second attack. It's going to be a 13 to hit.
Yeah, that does not connect.
All right. And for... Sorry, hold on 1 second. What the fuck is that? For his final action, Borm, who is now has a one-handed weapon, will take out his shield. But it doesn't actually improve my AC.
No, you have to raise it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you have to spend a separate action to raise your shield in order to have the shield bonus to AC.
Right.
Shields are bullshit.
Yeah.
Indeed.
100%. But it was for my third action, no big deal, and that's the end of Borm's turn.
All right, for Cog,
I'm casting Phase Bolt again.
I'm going to give him regular cover for this.
No.
Phase Bolt is specifically...
Oh, yeah, Phase Bolt, no. Yeah, reduces
19.
it by 2. 19. 19 does not connect.
Fabulous. I concentrate on the blistering invective.
All right. Bob.
Courageous Anthem is important, but I think it's time for big guns.
You have guns?
Yeah. Every once in a while, I bring out Force Barrage. So I think it's going to be time for me to cast Force Barrage using all 3 of my actions. So there goes a total of 11 force damage to this dude. And there goes all 3 of Bob's action. And
He takes some damage. Cindy.
Uh-huh. Dirty trick. I'm gonna keep fucking like biting at his goddamn ankles. We're not hitting him and we're not doing much, so I can at least fucking annoy him. Okay, well. This is an 11 versus his reflex DC.
Versus his reflex DC. Not a critical failure.
Okay, well, it's only 1 action, so I'm gonna try it again.
I mean, maybe you can get worse.
Yeah, maybe I can. I did not, though. This is a 26.
That is a success.
Wonderful. And he is clumsy 1, which is going to last for 1 round, unless it's critical.
It is not a critical.
I'm assuming it's not. So yeah, he's clumsy 1. So you can take that and like it, sir. And now I shall go upside your head. This is pretty good. Okay, hold up. Does a 28 hit?
28 does hit.
Critically?
off guard.
Yes, he is, because he's clumsy.
So does that hit his off guard AC with an extra -1 from clumsy?
I don't think clumsy actually makes him off guard. It does make him clumsy.
Yeah,
So he
it just makes him clumsy. It's not a critical.
Oh, okay. But it does drop his AC by
It
1.
drops his AC.
1.
Yep.
Well, 19 doesn't hit. So doesn't matter.
Uh-huh. But it looked good.
What looked good?
Yep. Cindy is done. Sitting there biting at this man's ankles and then just kind of like futilely stabbing at his fucking foot.
Non-existent balls.
Yeah.
Not
But
able to get through those bones, huh?
Apparently, he's got some tough skin.
Oh, man.
I don't know where it is, but wherever it is, it's pretty tough.
Well, I feel like...
A nut?
Kind
No,
of.
he can. He doesn't have the balls.
Feel like some harm needs to happen.
I disagree.
Is that going to be a 3-action AoE again?
It is a 3-action AoE.
All right. Are we rolling for it against this?
You are rolling basic fortitude saves.
I am spending a hero point, in order to re-roll that 2. I do not like it.
Okay.
For the record, I'm fine with my 20.
All right.
Just
a natural 20 is going to boost that to a critical success, and you take no damage.
I love that for me.
Okay, Bob has a 17 instead of the German for no that he actually rolled.
All right. And what about Borm?
11.
11. And Verkog?
11.
11. So 11s are critical failures.
Fabulous. Love that. Awesome.
Damage. The critical failures are going to be 10 points.
I'm down.
And Bob, you take 5.
I don't like it, but I am still up.
How much did you say?
10.
Yeah, I'm at -4.
All right, that is 3 actions for him. He's going to take some persistent fire damage. What's up?
It is really annoying that their saves and DCs are consistently in every single combat lately 2 and 3 points higher than ours. Sorry, it's annoying. And
Yeah.
Really, I do not feel competent. I do not feel involved. Sorry, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. It's got to feel tough.
Yeah.
Right. That we're going to... he took 5 points of fire damage. And Borm.
Does the persistent fire go away when you stop?
I'm not concentrating on it anymore.
Oh, I should be... I'm not even rolling... I haven't been rolling to... Does it just stick around? I didn't read the spell. Does he get to roll to put it out?
I don't think so, because it's a concentrate. It doesn't just stick around. I am concentrating on it.
That's in this edition. It's sustain, isn't it?
It said concentrate, Dimitri. That's what it said on the spell.
Concentrate is so concentrate is just is not an action. Sustaining is an action.
Then I've been losing an action every round because I was concentrating on the spell.
It doesn't say anything about sustaining it. It also doesn't have a duration. So should he?
So I should have also been saving against it.
I think it should have been like what we were dealing with, the brain vomiting thing, where he would need to be rolling against Verkog's save as opposed to just the DC 15. But I don't know what that spell was and if that was a special case.
Yeah, that one was a special case.
So in this he's just rolling a 15?
Yeah. 9. All right, Borm.
Borm rolls a 1 on the die for a 10 to hit. Remind me, just critical misses or misses on attacks.
Yeah.
It's an 18 on the die for 22 to hit.
That connects.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And he will just go for the natty 20 with the third attack. Oh, 8. That's the end of his turn.
Bob.
Right, because Verkog is down. Verkog moved in initiative, so it's Bob.
Yep.
Bob is hightailing it out of here. It would help if I could select my character.
Goblins don't have tails.
Yes. So what's between my legs is not that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Speed is 25. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Bob hopes that this will put him out of range of Grandpa. Now we're going to attempt to target Verkog, and hopefully this will actually understand that I'm targeting Verkog when I cast Hymn of Healing. Now, I don't know if Verkog actually got the status effect, but right now, the only thing that happens is Verkog has 4 temp HP.
Okay.
At the start of Verkog's turn, Verkog will have fast healing 4. This is 3 actions, and Bob is done.
Okay. Cinder Spark.
Well, fuck it. Okay, we're gonna switch weapons, and I'm gonna hit it with a stick.
You had a stick this entire time?
Don't worry about it.
He's trying to turn a skeleton into a dog.
I hit it, so it's a dog.
True.
Yep, so that's one. And then one action, the second action, we are going to hit it with the stick. That's a 26.
26 connects with your target.
Great. I would like you to take 6 points of stick damage.
And 6 points of stick damage gets through.
Ha! That's for your balls.
Stick it up your Tsar Azmak.
I don't know anything about any Tsar or Azmats. Fuck it. Just take the second swing. Okay. That's pretty good. This is a 22.
A 22 strikes true.
Excellent. See? Power of the stick. 3 more points of stick damage, sir.
He is looking really bad.
I mean, I always thought so. I am now out of actions, but I have a stick.
All right, Vercog, you take fast healing 4
At the beginning or the end of my turn?
at the beginning of your turn. So go ahead and apply the healing.
Cool.
And that should remove the dying condition from you.
I am still prone. Can I cast spells from the ground?
Yes.
Cool. I don't know why that...
It just is. It's just a mental image. You're just like, huh? Oh, shit. Fuck you.
Bob one time was just singing off the ground because I'm not wasting time getting up. So
That's true. I mean, we've all seen Bob do that growing up anyway.
I'm going to stand up. And when I do, I'm going to cast Phase Bolt again.
Yeah.
23.
23 is going to strike.
9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage. Go ahead and describe your kill.
And stay down.
Okay.
As he falls,
Does the wall come down?
Please don't.
you hear the
Yeah.
oh no,
goes down.
oh no.
Time out.
Mitramar opens a portal. This dark portal opens on the dais, and we'll find out what happens next week.
Oh, next week we all die.
Oh. Does everybody remember where they dropped their weapons?
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Flip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.